Library, event list. We need a few more less chirpies and more beautiful feathers. Still have 8. Alright. Maybe chirpies drop them and I could just find chirpies. Chirpies are like the only things in this high road with feathers. Oh, no, 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 no. There's a chirpy.
If I must.
Luger, you got that one. I believe in you. Act freely. Behold the dual conquest. Can't wait to get more link darts that aren't just charges, pillars, and the other ones. I don't remember the other ones that well. I only remember charge and pillar. Job ready to report. Place is currently closed. Only trains or ships may enter track. Okay, so we gotta go to the station. Don't you like you get a dash in Xillia too, don't you, at some point? That's a little bit later into the game. But I'm pretty sure you get a dash, which you don't get in Xillia 1. Easy bee stung. I didn't do any of the elite monsters until I got Elise to make them easier. Understandable. I mean, we'll do all the elite monsters. I like doing the elite monsters. I think some of them are annoying, but the concept of them is very fun. I just like Giganto monsters in general, like in Tales of. Not even just Tales of, but games with like big monsters. I like it. Tales of is my biggest example, but. Thank you. I'm 2 hours in stream. We should definitely be able to get to chapter 3 today. Maybe even finish chapter 3, depending. If I go for 4 or 5 hours, I'm not sure. Regardless, I'm really glad to be playing Tales of again on the channel, even though it hasn't been like super long. But I'm very excited regardless. Fine. Bum, bum. You guys are weak to blunt. Oh, get him, Luger. Never mind, I got him. No, get wrecked. Okay, no, you're weak to earth, not blunt. Because blunt would just be the normal normal attack with Jude.
Nothing can stop us. Yeah.
When you obtain a new skill half the required SP to set that skill will be added to the total SP of the character that acquired it. Moreover, you can also increase your SP by defeating certain subjects. Cool, cool, cool. See you later, Genius. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun playing Scarlet and Violet. I doubt I got the beautiful feathers I need. Oh, no, I did. Alright, perfect. So, wait, let me go to the board first. Hey. GG's, well played. We got all the jobs done. Or at least we will when I report this one. Come on, Poppin'. There she is. Oh, it marks them. What good game design. This game has better game design than Star Ocean 6, marking the side quest. What beautiful feathers. Now I can make what I... Oh, this is auto advance? Are you going to use those to make a present for your daddy? Huh? How'd you know? Who told you? I didn't realize this would also be auto advance. Well, you wrote it on the job description. Oh, well, yeah, I guess I did, didn't I? I'm going to put some glue on. I'm going to make a warm muffler. Oh, I made something out of feathers for my daddy, too. Hey, feathers is my thing. Don't be a copycat. I'm not a copycat. If anything, you're the copycat. I made him a feather mask. A mask? That's so weird. It's not weird. My dad said he liked it. It is too weird. Daddies don't wear masks. It's not weird. Look around. Do you see anyone here wearing a mask? What a conversation this is. See what I mean? Your daddy's a weirdo. He's not weird. My daddy isn't a weirdo. Hey now, let's all, I mean, I made tons of masks for my dad back in school, and he wore every single one. Isn't that right, Luger? That's hard to believe knowing who Jude's dad is. Yeah. Oh, whoops, I pressed X too fast. See, my dad's not weird. So, how do you know those two guys? Oh, them? Luger and Jude? They're just a bunch of weirdos. What? I was not expecting Luger to talk there. What a conversation that was. I don't remember, do job boards carry over? Like, is the job board the same for every town? I can't remember. I guess we'll find out when I go back to Triglyph.
You don't whine and pay your fine right on time.
Here, take 3,100.
Another surly payment from Luger. Oh, surly is just industry slang for super early. So keep up the surly act from now on, okay?
Whatever you say. Once you pay the given debt, your next goal will be displayed. Feel free to proceed with the main story at this point if you wish. You can continue to repay your debt even while progressing through the story. If you keep repaying as much as you can, something good is sure to happen. What even happens if you repay all your debt? I don't think I've never repaid all my debt in Xillia 2. I know if you repay certain milestones, you just get rewards as you repay the debt. But I don't remember what happens if you repay everything in the debt, because I've never done that.
Hey, Ludes! Nova here with some good news! With that payment you just made, I was able to lift the travel restriction on Duval Station! Just keep those payments flowing, and everything will go nice and smooth! You go, Luger!
She doesn't take things very seriously, does she?
Yeah, you're telling me. Oh, train station. Whoops. Triglyph station. I think we get the cat minigame here. There's like a cat fetch quest. I think we get the kitty thing here. Because of how much I love cats, I'm going to complete that. If only because I love cats. You can open the map by pressing square. The star icon marks your destination, the main chapter of the story. Oh, the red exclamation marks. Those are the character episodes. I cannot wait for those. Do we already have access to Jude's character episode? I thought it was a little bit later you get access to those.
Triglyph at last.
Well, I'm just glad we made it back safely. There's something comforting about coming back here.
Do you have good memories of this city? I have good memories of this city. This is where everyone gave their answer about what they were fighting for against Gaius and Muse. Again, Elise and Alvin had the nice scene on the swing set, Leia and Rowan had a nice talk, and Jude and Mila had their iconic talk. I have great memories of this city personally. What about you, Jude?
I certainly have vivid ones. This is where we came when we first arrived at Olympias. Everything about Triglyph surprised me.
Huh? Like what?
Well, for one thing, we'd been fighting on a different plane of existence when a rift opened up and we were sucked into it. What?
Huh?
The next thing I remember, I was waking up in a bed, surrounded by objects I'd never seen before. I was surprised by, well, how much there was to be surprised by.
What surprises me is how happy you look when you're telling that story.
Jude actually did talk a bit about it, because like, oh hey, when we got to Olympios, it was like crazy how much of a different area it was. Oh man, Xillia's a great game. It's so great. It's always great playing a sequel and having to relive or rethink the callbacks and everything of what happened in the previous game. This game is a solid sequel. Like it's a solid sequel. It's a pretty good sequel. It's always hard making a sequel to follow in the footsteps of greatness because Xillia 1 was so great. But like I think this game, flaws and all, I really think it did good. Like I think it's a good enough game. It's a great game, I would even say, but it's obviously not as great as Xillia 1, but I like it. Okay, so job bulletins are carried over between all the towns. Now I know. Coo coo. Act like a dove. Coo coo. I just saw the birds there, which is why I did that. Don't mind me just looking around. Oh yeah, all the Sea Havens look all the same in Xillia. I mean, this is Olympios, but Rize Maxia has a bunch of Sea Havens. They all look the same. I was gonna say there's great memories of some side quests in Xillia from Sea Havens, but I mean, they all look the same, so. Word is that Exodus was founded by passengers aboard the Zenithra who wound up stranded on Rize Maxia. I sure hope my little sister hasn't gotten herself mixed up in any sort of terrorist activities. Ah, the Zenithra. That's where we fought Gilland and Celsius. Great memories. Good stuff. Rize Maxia is mostly reliant on sea conveyance, but Olympios uses mostly conveyance by land for logistics. It makes sense for us considering we have an expansive railway system, though to tell you the truth, the seas and rivers here are so dried up that we really don't have much other choice, I suppose. I don't think there's anything else to look for here, but I'm just like doing some, ooh, potato. Alright, maybe there is. I hear that Spirius agents make crazy amounts of cash. I wonder if it's really true. I mean, it's not like I want to rely on some guy for my whole income, you know? Maybe I'll quit my job as a maid and see if I can become an agent. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh, na 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 na. Should be something else. Wait. Should be an ingredient, or not ingredient, a dish here. Had a man on the east side of the room. Whatever, it's not important. I do have a guide, because when I replay games, I normally use guides for them, like if I've played the game before. However, that being said, I'm still not necessarily doing everything in the game or looking for everything. I am going to try to get all the skits, or as many skits as possible. Because again, skits are the best part of Tales of. So I am using a guide. I do have a really good game facts guide with HTML. Similar to the one I used for the Graces and Berseria playthroughs. So I am using a guide. I'm trying to get as many of the skits as possible. Let's go this way. Back to the apartment. There's like no treasure chest, I noticed. It's just a bunch of...
Is this where you live?
Yeah, this is where the rewards come in if you pay the debt, I think. Door's locked, looks like no one's home. A lot of the items in Xillia 2 aren't in chests, it looks like. A lot of them are like you examine random things and get them, which is less than ideal. I heard about what happened. Sounds like you incurred quite a debt. But hey, relax, doesn't make you a criminal or anything. Just do your best to pay off as much as you can, while making sure you're not late with your rent, of course. Is there any other skits I can get if I don't move on the story right now? Okay, no. You just move on the story for now. skits are probably going to be really few and far between right now with only Luger, Elle, and Jude, but you never know. I'm still trying to make sure I get all the skits. Proceed through the main story.
Is this Julius's house?
You live here, Rolo? Freeloader? That's like a deadbeat, right?
Chapter 3, It Falls Apart.
So, now what? The cat's got a point. I think we're all running on fumes.
Ugh, tomatoes are gross.
What do you... tomatoes are amazing. They're great. I honestly, like, my pick with tomatoes is I don't like just a tomato. Like, if you, like, you know, like, tomatoes, like, just a normal cold tomato, not a fan. So I guess I kind of see what Elle's thinking. But if you, like, dice tomatoes and put them in, like, a pasta or something, I'm down. But don't be picky. You're a child.
I'm not being picky. I'm expressing my individuality. That's my right.
You sure do know some big words.
Sorry, I'm muting myself during scenes when I don't have anything to say because the hammering is pretty loud. I'm hungry. How about you, Rolo? I love making cat noises. Wow, this room is really clean. Dude, if I didn't have 2 dogs, I would absolutely get a cat. I would. I love cats so much. I used to be a dog person. Now I'm like both a dog and a cat person. If I didn't have like 2 Australian Shepherds, I would absolutely get a cat.
This smells good.
Thanks, Luger.
It's so yummy.
I feel like I'm eating at a restaurant.
Hey, you cook as good as my daddy.
Speaking of your father, Elle, do you know where he is?
No. Some scary men came to our house. I ran away by myself. That's why I'm going to the land of Canaan, so I can wish for my daddy to get rescued from those guys.
Do pardon the intrusion, Luger.
Mr. Bakor, I'm glad to see you're okay.
I'm one of the lucky ones.
No way.
Surprise, phony? I guess not.
Ivor.
You're quite an amusing little fellow, aren't you, Ivor? I could use a comic genius as one of my junior agents.
Thank you, sir.
What's this all about?
You haven't been watching the news, I take it.
New details have emerged about the terror attack, during which a train was hijacked and then crashed into the Oscorp plant. The collision caused a massive explosion that ripped through the facility. More than 2,000 casualties were reported, including passengers and employees alike. Damages are said to exceed 10 billion gold, and experts estimate a final cost of at least 50 billion. Authorities identified the alleged mastermind behind the attack. An employee of Spirius Corporation, one Julius Kresnik.
What the? But Julius couldn't have...
Couldn't have what? He attacked me at the scene of the crime, for crying out loud.
The police believe Kresnik didn't act alone. They're investigating persons of interest.
Take a wild guess which person is the most interesting.
Hey, me and Luger had nothing to do with those creeps.
The classic
So the
tales
suspect's
of
brother just happened
terrible
to start
wanted
his job
posters.
at the station on the day of the attack. Then he vanished with the suspect. Coincidence?
Come on, you gotta believe us!
If you're telling the truth, then prove it. Apprehend Julius. Then the facts are sure to come to light.
What?
But the scary glasses guy...
Is alive and at large.
He contacted the CEO's GHS several hours ago.
Huh?
He's one of my top agents and far too skilled to fall into police custody. Around his little brother, on the other hand, he just might let his guard down. Well, Luger, what do you say? If you agree to catch him, I'll at least keep the police from getting in your way.
Hold on a sec.
I see. Then perhaps I should hand you over to the authorities right now and save myself the trouble.
Wait!
Make the wrong decision here, and it could ruin your life, lad.
Luger.
As of now, you are under Spirius Corporation's protection.
We have a pair of promising leads. First, your brother made contact with a researcher in Helioborg named Balin. Second, sources allege someone in Marksburg has been asking a lot of questions about Julius.
Balin?
How am I supposed to remember all that stuff at once, huh?
So you want us to check out Helioborg and Marksburg, is that it?
But how are we gonna get there without money?
You really expect to get paid before doing any work? Honestly now, Luger. I thought Julius had raised you better than that. Ivor, you never told me you knew Dr. Mathis.
It's a long story. Hey, why are you going through all this trouble?
I know the surface of this man, but that is not enough. Now, I must measure his depth.
What was even the point of that chapter? Dude, Ivar cannot rock those sunglasses. They make him look stupid because Ivar is not cool enough for those shades. You're all geared up to get out there and find some info on Julius, but Luger needs to pay off his debt and get his movement restriction lifted. Do your best to pay it back. I'm pretty sure...
Seems like he's down on his luck. You and me will have to work extra hard to compensate.
I'm pretty sure Marksburg and Helioborg, you can choose either one, and they both lead to getting more Xillia characters. I forgot how these chapters in the beginning are like longer, because it's kind of like, oh, some scenes and then the chapter ends. Like that chapter was like really short, but so was chapter 2. Ivar and I. By the way, I hate Ivar. I hated Ivar when I played Xillia like many times. When I did my playthrough 3 years ago, I still hate Ivar. Ivar is like the worst character in all of Tales of Xillia. I will take no arguments.